Here's one of the latest interviews from Rock and Metal Revival. If you want to hear the whole show, go to rmrshow.com. There is Raise Your Fist in the Air from Doro on Rock and Metal Revival. And you know, Jerry, the Queen of Heavy Metal, she's back for another U.S. run, starting off with the Monsters of Rock cruise.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then she's going to head up the East Coast, and we want to welcome to the show. This is an honor to have her with us. Welcome to the show, Doro.
Hey, wow, thank you for having me. Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm all excited doing the cruise and then the tour, and we're just doing rehearsals, and I'm just writing the set list as we speak. Yeah.
Nice. Well, hey, Doro, now you're one of the you are the pioneer woman of metal, and you've been going strong for 30 years. What do you contribute your longevity to?
Actually, I always wanted to do music. I was always a metalhead, and I want to make people happy, and and rock them hard, and give them good energy, and I dedicated music. Yeah, I'm dedicated to music. I think when I was 20 years old, then I thought, that's I want to do that for the rest of my life if possible, and I love it every year more, and it's an honor to perform for the fans every day. If small clubs, big festivals, no matter what. So it's great.
Now, when you started out your career, there weren't a lot of women in metal. Who were your influences when you started out?
Oh, my influences, it was definitely Judas Priest, Rob Halford, Ronnie James Dio, Accept, Raven, Wasp, Metallica, and actually when we started, like when I had my first band, I didn't even know that metal existed. It was in 1980, and the scene was small but constant growing, and then a couple of years later we signed a record deal with a Belgium label, and then we did some festivals, and suddenly we were doing gigs with Metallica. They just had their first record out. We had our first record out, and it was such a great feeling to be like, one of the witnesses when something big, grows, and metal was, like worldwide was like suddenly, growing and growing, and and I guess I got influenced by all great people, especially from the British wave of new heavy metal, like Saxon, Maiden, Priest, Motorhead, and and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So how hard was it when you were starting out to write lyrics in a different language?
That was actually pretty funny. Yeah. Sometimes we did. We had our great riffs, and then I started translating my little ideas with the dictionary, and it was sometimes so funny. I can tell you a little story. There was one song, it was called Red Light Star, and I wanted to explain to the fans how I feel when you're on stage and with all the lights and stuff. And then the song was called I'm the Red Light Star. And then I went to England, we were on tour, and then the English journalist said, hey, what's the song all about? And I said, well, it's about feeling great on stage. And I said, hey, you little girl, red light, that's the red light district. That's where all the prostitutes hang out. I thought, oh, my God, okay. So, so that was not exactly what I meant, but, we had some funny, silly things, and and it always made a good story. But in the beginning it was a little difficult, and then I came to New York in 1986 for a little promotion tour, and then I thought, I gotta stay, and then actually we recorded the Triumph and Agony album with All We Are on it, I Will Ruins for Immer, all these songs, and and then actually I guess I learned to speak, think, and and understand English much better, and and I fell in love with America, and that's the reason why I'm a proud green card holder, and ever since I'm living in New York and traveling all over the world, and I have a little place in Germany still, but
Great. Hey,
but writing lyrics is now much better, much faster.
Hey, no, Doro, there seems to be a great big insurgence of women in metal right now with Maria Brink and Lizzie Hale and Leather Leone and Veronica. Is there anyone out there that you really enjoy?
Oh, yeah, man, all of them, and I I still love Lee Aaron from Canada. I love her, and I'm a big fan of Hart and Wilson. I think she has a great voice, and I'm friends with all of them girls, all of them ladies. Of course, I was friends with Lita Ford, and everybody here in Europe, like the two singers of Arch Enemy, Alyssa or Angela, the former singer of Arch Enemy. So we are tight, and it's great. There's a good vibe. We support each other, and tons of other great female musicians or singers, and sometimes we take our support band on the road when they have like a female singer. For example, Sister Sin from Sweden. They had a great lady singing, and and Veronica Freeman, what you just mentioned before, from Benedictine. We did a great tour together. So sometimes I enjoy that a lot, and it doesn't feel so lonely. In the 80s, there were not so many women, so sometimes it was hard to talk to anybody. But I always felt part of the band. I was one of the guys, so but it's now a better balance. I think it's pretty cool.
So have you got any new projects besides this 30th anniversary? Raise Your Fist coming out?
Yeah, the DVD for the 30th anniversary. The whole year we filmed actually the best festivals and concerts, and we did some big anniversary show. It starts with Wacken, the big metal festival, and it's the whole year, 1 year around the planet, celebrating 30th anniversary with many great guests. And that's coming out in June, and we have a brand new song coming out in April, and that's called Love's Gone to Hell. And I think it's a killer song. Has a great melody. I hope the fans enjoy it. And I couldn't wait for putting out a new record. We're working on it, but I thought this song, it gotta be out, in a couple of weeks. And we did a nice video for it, like really very, very, very good, nice, expensive video,
nice.
Which was supported by all the fans. We did the first time via crowdfunding, and
nice.
It looked great. So that's coming out soon, and
Now,
new record is on the way, but probably another year till it's finished. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, now, Doro, I know you were very close with Lemmy, and his loss was a great one to everyone in the metal community. Can you tell us something about Lemmy that most of the general public really didn't know?
Yeah, I think Lemmy was one of the most sensitive, intuitive, most intelligent guys I've ever met, and he was very, very sweet, a total gentleman, and he had a heart of gold. There was so underneath, the whiskey drinking, cigarette smoking, the rough, shell. It was definitely like a very, very sweet soul, sweetheart, and he always could. He always could read you instantly. He could read your vibe, your mood. And one time, it blew my mind. It was many years ago. I wrote Lemmy a letter, and I said, well, we are label mates now, and if Lemmy would be interested to maybe write a song together or something. And I never, thought it would get to Lemmy. I wrote it to the management. I never expected to hear an answer. So a couple of months went by, and then my dad, he died, and he was my best friend, and I was really, really sad and totally heartbroken. And one day later, the phone rang, and at first I thought, no, I don't want to pick it up. I don't want to talk to anybody anymore. I was really pretty devastated. And then I looked at my phone, and it was an LA number, and I thought, wow, could that be? And then I picked it up, and it was Lemmy on the phone. And Lemmy said, hey, Doro, it's me, Lemmy. I got your letter. Let's do something together. And I told him, I said, Lemmy, man, I'm pretty sad. At the moment, I don't even know what if I want to go on doing music. And he said, I could feel that. And I said, well, my dad just passed away. And he said, man, I could feel something was wrong. He said, oh, you know what, we got to do something, that you get in a different mind frame. Yeah, and then I went to L.A. We did 2 songs together, and it was great. And, and he tried he tried so hard to, to give me, hope and, good energy and really showed me what life is all about, that you just have to go on even when something really bad happens. So I must say, I think Lemmy was an angel to me, and, yeah.
Do you remember what those two songs were, Doro?
Yeah, one song was called Alone Again. Lemmy wrote it, and he played beautiful guitars on it, like acoustic guitars and solos, and we did a duet of Alone Again and the old Motorhead classic Love Me Forever, and that's on the Calling the Wild album. We put it out in 2000. That was actually the first collaboration with Lemmy, and the last one was on the Raise Your Fist album, the song It Still Hurts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was awesome. And every time I went in to do my vocal in the vocal booth, and he gave me a little kiss on my head, and he said, "Okay, now do good," and it was so sweet. And sometimes when I was singing, I saw there was like a tear in his eye because he was so moved by the whole the music, and and it was cool. So he was very deep, very sensitive, and that's maybe something what people don't really know, but he was something, yeah.
All right, now it's time for the hard-hitting question. You've got a really huge catalog of songs. Are there any songs on there that you've recorded that you think could have benefited from adding some cowbell?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's probably something like "All We Are" could be like,
There we go. That would have worked. That would have worked.
Hey, Doro, if people want to keep up to date with you, find out when your stuff's going to get released and where you're going to be playing, where's the best place to find that stuff out?
Yeah, actually, our website, doro.de or doro-pesch.com, or our Facebook, it's Doro-Pesch Official, and our drummer Johnny D, he's doing it, and he always makes nice videos, photos, puts everything up, and now the upcoming tour, that's what we are concentrating on right now. But just go on Facebook and Doro. Yeah, there are tons of Doro Facebook pages, but they're all pretty good, like updated, and yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, we can't get out of an interview without playing All We Are. Doro, can you tell us the significance of that song? I mean, that's almost like, that is your signature tune.
Yeah, man, at first we didn't even think it would make the record because we thought it's so simple, maybe too simple. Yeah, and then we went into the studio, and it was okay. And then we thought, hey, how about we get all our friends, our musician friends, everybody, and then we actually grabbed people from the street. They all came up into the studio. It was in New York, the Power Station studio, and then we had like 100 people there singing All We Are, and then I thought, man, it sounds like a hit. And then, soon later, the record company said, that's the first single, we got to do a big video of it. And but it was because of the people from all over the world, from the street. I don't even know their names, but there were definitely some happy faces there and singing All We Are non-stop. So I think that made it a hit. Yeah, their vibe. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, Doro, it has been an honor and a pleasure for us to have you on the show, and we're going to turn up All We Are real loud, and you are welcome on this show anytime.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for these kind words, and keep metal alive. Thank you for having me on your show, and all the best to you guys and to everybody out there.
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Megarock Radios on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noize Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on UncontrolledNoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations. Enjoy this edition of Rock and Metal Revival.